uh, uh, is on every level of society, from the smallest to the great. And as Muslims, when we fight against the causes and the influences of Shaitan, we have to identify who the real enemy is. We have to identify who the real enemy is. So our fight, our battle is against the devil. That satanic mentality. That mentality of greed. That mentality of enviousness. That mentality of wanting, of egotism. Wanting to make a name for ourselves in the sight of other people for the wrong purposes. So the real Shaitan, first, we have to fight within ourselves. That's the real jihad. And then we have to be about the business of uplifting society. As Muslims, we have to be about the business of uplifting society, not tearing society down. Because if we continue to see ourselves as separate from the rest of human society, then that causes division. And Allah says to us in His holy book, this brotherhood is one brotherhood. Meaning all of us who believe in God. Not coming under some narrow-minded religious label, but all who believe in God. This brotherhood is one brotherhood. We have to see Muslim in the context of humanity, in its definition. In its broader context of alleviating the ills of human society. You see. How can you say that you are following the example of Muhammad the Prophet? If you're not following his example, take the example he set at Hudaybiyah. When the Meccans would not allow him to come into the city after a treaty had been declared. And a portion of his followers wanted him to go to war. No, we must follow his example, the perfect example. And that was just one little example of what happened, how to avert more bloodshed, how to avert more destruction to human life. Allah tells us again in His holy book, dear beloved brothers and sisters, He says this. He says that in Surah 2, Ayat 31, and He taught Adam the names of all things. Then He placed them before the angels and said, tell me the names of these if you are right. The angels said, glory to Thee. Of knowledge we have none, save what Thou hast taught us. In truth, it is Thou who art perfect in knowledge and wisdom. Dear beloved Muslim, this gives us, this particular verse in the Quran, it gives us further insight as to what our duties are supposed to be about. What are we supposed to be about? We as Muslims are supposed to be about the educational process. That's what we're supposed to be about. We are supposed to be about the educational process. This word taught, alimat, it comes from the root word instruct, or to have knowledge, to seek knowledge. It has to do with knowledge, science, math, biology, oceanography, all of these sciences that human society revolves on. As Muslims, we have allowed ourselves to fall behind in the teaching and in the learning of what Allah has given us in His holy book. We pride ourselves as being the one to receive the book, but we are the one who are fathers behind in the book and in following the instructions of the book. When you look at the Muslim society, the Muslim population around the world, abject poverty, mudsheds, still running around on camels and stuff like that. That is not what Allah meant for us. People teaching against religion or against education. How the hell are you going to teach against education when Allah has ordained education? When Allah says He is the Lord of all the worlds, all the systems of knowledge. We ain't just talking about Mars and Jupiter and the sun, the moon, and stars. Allah is saying the knowledge that He has put out there that allows the universe to exist. Allah is the Lord of all of that. And here you are holding yourself back from learning and educating yourself. And now you want to come against America because America has taken the book, taken the knowledge, and improved her lot. The opportunity, the information is out there. We have to hold those who are over us in governmental capacities to give it to us. Here you trying to wage a war by selling dope and drugs. You must be out of your mind. You got to be out of your mind. And call yourself praying 5 times a day. The furthest thing from religion, and you make yourself look crazy in the eyes of other Muslims. You're going to sell drugs to support some cause that you got like that. Come on, brothers and sisters. I urge you in the Muslim world, you got to start letting your voice be very vocal on this subject. You who are in the Muslim world, you have to begin to let your voice be vocal. Number one, you can no longer be quiet about the shedding of innocent blood, Muslim against Muslim. We can no longer stand quiet and stand silent and let that happen. Number two, we have to begin to open up our educational centers and learn as Allah has instructed us to learn, so that we can improve our the places, the cities, the town in which we live. We have to put this book to work for us, dear beloved Muslims, all over the world. And last but not least, let me go to one more surah in Allah's holy book. In Surah An-Nasr, or the Help, 110, it says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When comes the help of Allah in victory, and thou doest see the people enter Allah's religion in crowds. Celebrate the praises of thy Lord and pray for his forgiveness, for he is oft returning in forgiveness. What is this particular surah telling us, dear beloved brothers and sisters? Surah 110. And when it says, when comes the help of Allah in victory? First of all, let me say this. This word, Nasri, the noon, the sod, and the R, and the ra. The noon, the sod, the ra. What is it saying? It is saying help. It means help. It means help from God. It means not only just help, but help from God. Divine help. It also means to defend. It also means to give assistance to. It also means victory. And it means to protect.